Hey there guys, how's it going? So it is a brand new month of content in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Obviously, it being October, it's all very spooky themed right now, which I do like quite a bit. You've got the pumpkins, ghosts, bats, and all that good stuff everywhere. I do quite like that a lot. Obviously, being a new month, there's a fair bit of new content added into the game. We did get a tweet detailing quite a lot of that, but I thought I'd go over some of the stuff that you may have missed, particularly for players that don't have their events tab, fully completed. They may not necessarily know when, the progress bar goes down because they've added in new stuff. So I thought I'd go ahead and share off what some of the new things are. So the first one that we saw on Twitter being teased was the Hades Paradox Cup, which is pretty sweet. Obviously an homage to Kingdom Hearts 2, where once you beat the regular 4 cups, and you could then go up and visit Hades in his chamber and do all the original cups again, and then the Hades Cup, which was obviously in the Paradox mode, a much more difficult version of the quest. So in this case right here, once you've defeated round 15 of the regular cup, if you can, there are 15 new rounds, which are basically all the same rounds over again with some restrictions. So the first 5 quests, you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only option you have is to go in with the Starlight Keyblade, and if you want the rewards, you have to go in with 3 medals or less, because it's again that tied, everything has to be completed simultaneously thing. So 3 or less medals, and you have to do it within 1 turn. For the next 5 quests, you logged into the second of the Tricolor Keyblades, which is Stroke of Midnight, and you have to do that within 2 turns, or with 4 or less medals, which isn't too difficult. And then finally, this one might be a bit of a challenge for people, the Fairy Stars Keyblade and 5 or less medals. So basically, I just went in with literally like 5 of my most powerful medals that have grounds on them, and again, I did get quite lucky with some trait rolls in these instances. You can obviously bring along a friend medal, that's completely fine. That doesn't count towards your 5, but yeah, it's not the easiest one of all. You do get a title for beating this. The other 14 quests, you don't get anything too spectacular for beating. You get some, a HDL for every single quest you beat and a mirror. So there are another, 14 mirrors and 15 HDLs up for grabs, but the only interesting thing, I guess, is the title, which I guess we'll see in a minute here. He gets to retaliate. Those awesome animations. Good lord, it still looks so good. Yeah, so another challenging quest. I mean, again, I found it not ultra difficult just because my Fairy Stars is quite leveled up. Like, I was very, very happy the fact that it was Fairy Stars that I was locked into. Because, again, a lot of my medals, I built a Keyblade around Fairy Stars, basically. Like, a lot of my medal purchases were based around the idea that Fairy Stars was the one I wanted to use. So anyway, once you do defeat him, you get the Supernova title, which is pretty interesting, given that, obviously, Supernova is the new mechanic to replace, well, not replace, but sort of supplement the regular Nova. So you're beating Sephiroth and getting Supernova for that. Obviously, the Supernova Sephiroth must be coming very, very, very soon. Okay, this next set of quests is super interesting because it's a little bit bizarre. So what they've done is basically released 20 quests you can go ahead and do. So go ahead and take them all out. You'll notice as you're doing them, you're earning a little bit of event coins, 5 per quest for the first 10 and 10 per quest for the next 10. So you'll end up with 150 in total. If you want to get the other rewards as well, I would suggest building up 3 setups with Treasure Trove, Lady Luck, and 3 Wishes with only Speed, Magic, or Power medals equipped, and that includes the pet slot, just so like those 3 are the closest together, and you don't have to worry about re-switching or rebuilding your setups every time. Anyway, go ahead and take that out, and then you'll see you can spend those coins on these event boards right here. From the rudimentary math I've done, I think you need about 865 coins to fully complete all the boards, and again, right now we only have 150, so it's up to you what you wisely want to spend them on. So we have the a return of the PSM boosters, which we haven't seen since basically the beginning of boosters. You'll notice that you definitely don't have enough to buy all 3 boards worth of all the boosters. One of these boards is worth 150 coins, so I guess if you want to, you could theoretically max out either your magic or your speed or your power. You're probably better off though spending 12 coins per board right now and picking up the 25% booster for each attribute, because that way you only spend, 36 coins, and you'll be getting a 25% bonus basically to all of your medals, which, given that PvP ends in less than 24 hours, like this current rotation PvP, that's probably the smartest way to do it until they add more boards in. I don't know when that's going to happen, but, sorry, not add more boards, add more quests in. I assume they'll have, because they've got beginner and intermediate right now, they'll probably have expert and legendary at some point as well, which either, legendary might have the ability to farm coins, but I imagine they'll probably rig it so that they'll give 30 coins per quest, 50 coins per quest, whatever is the exact amount needed to max out all these boards if you do all the quests. So, sorry, I had to pause for a second there. Speaking of Halloween and black cats, here's this little rat pack for you. This is an interesting board right here because we can get the opportunity to get Halloween Sora A, B, and C, and this is an interesting board right here because we have the opportunity to get Halloween Sora, Halloween Donald, and Halloween Goofy A, and the C versions. Now you might be thinking, okay, why did they miss the B? from memory, they actually never put out a Halloween Goofy B, I don't think. So it'd be kind of weird if they... I mean, they could just go ahead and invent one right now, but it's so weird how they decide to do metal sometimes. Anyway, Halloween Sora C and Donald C and Goofy C can be combined into Sora, Donald, and Goofy C from memory, which was a defensive metal. Costs quite a bit. I don't think it ever had too much use because HPO came out right after. But hey, content's content. Go ahead and get that. What I would do, though, is, again, I would definitely pick up the 25% boosters off each of the board and then maybe hang on a little bit before you go ahead and jump on anything else right now. Obviously, I do think they'll intend to, you know, grant all the rewards eventually. Okay, and if we head over to Union Cross, we can see that there are... I was really hoping they would be farmable, but I don't think they are. And if anyone wants to correct me on that, please do. But there are the three, like I mentioned yesterday, the medals from... One was the VIP only medal, being this 20,000 coin one right here, the one that's with you art number 1. And the two previously high score challenge only medals being Beat and Rhyme and Neku, Joshua, and Shiki, I believe it is. Yeah, cool. So if you guys aren't, I don't know, maybe if you're new to the game, you might not remember the time when high score challenges used to be divided into top 5,000 and above would get a copy of the desirable medal, and the kind of like consolation prize medal would come as a 5-star version. This is back in the day when evolving a medal from 5-star into 6-star was a bit of a bigger deal than it is now anyway. So yeah, 35,000 coins to pick up only one copy each of these. So no guilting and no trading unless you want to spend some Mickey and Brooms. Which is a little bit of a shame. I was kind of hoping we could, you know, maybe guilt one of these medals, but maybe that's asking a bit much. But anyway, I'm pretty happy to have them there. Definitely go ahead and use those booster times. It's just such a shame. Like the last time we had Union Cross update, it was a 2-week update, and it wasn't really anything that much bigger than a regular weekly update. I kind of wish, like in the case of this, where, you know, that's 35,000 coins they're asking for just 3 nodes on all those boards. Maybe to have a little bit more time, or maybe to make it, I don't know. I guess if it was farmable, I'd want more time, and given that it isn't farmable, you know, I guess it's fine. But hey, if they want to bring this back next week and make them farmable, I'd be pretty freaking happy with that. Anyway, guys, one more thing. Okay, so we have the Captain Justice and Captain Dark avatar boards. So they have 3 skills in them, which I think are really good for new players. It's Attack Boost 7 Max, Special Attack Gauge 0, Attack Boost 7 Max and Lux Plus. Man, if that was Lux Plus Plus, whew. And Second Chance 4. I think it's really good for new players. Obviously, Second Chance 4 is just invaluable, especially if you happen to get, you know, Kari EX Plus or Shion EX Plus. Absolutely amazing skills. For veteran players, I don't know. Like, Attack Boost 7 Max and Lux Plus is really nice, but it's sort of, I don't know, it's sort of like a good mid-ground skill, but like, ideally I want a Lux Plus Plus on every one of my rating medals, so I wouldn't really, I just rather wait for AB7 Max Lux Plus Plus, and, you know, on like a lot of medals right now are horrifically expensive. Thank you, Cat. Costing either like the new primes all cost 6 gauges, or the, you know, high score challenge medals cost 9. So I don't know. I'd prefer, you know, a skill like this on most of my attacking medals. So I don't know. It's a good mid-ground skill, I guess, but I don't know. For 2,500 jewels though, not bad. It's not like one of the boards where the skills are complete. Like one of the skills is more or less useless. So yeah, probably worth a pick up, especially for new players. Oh, and it's also worth pointing out that if you wanted to put a skill perk +8 on your head, I don't think the helm actually carries skill perk +8. A certain Monsieur Pants on Reddit has said that it's actually the cave that awards skill perk +8, so worth keeping that in mind, I suppose. Aside from that, 0 AP is gone, which is the first time in ages we actually had to spend AP, which I was like trying to blow through all this quests, and then I realized, oh crap, I might actually run out of AP pretty soon, which was a bit of a shock to the system. And I assume that means the guilting campaign is gone as well, which I'm pretty sad about because, god damn, we really need guilting campaigns to be just like a permanent fixture at this point. But apart from that, guys, I'll see you really soon. I've been working on a huge project, and it's coming along. It's really coming along, so hopefully you have that out by the end of the week, which I'm really excited about. Anyway, guys, thank you so very much. I'll see you really soon. All the best. Bye.